Let's continue with the delete user tutorial. So the next thing we're going to do is make it so that either this text box and button or the grid view are visible on the page at any one time. So to accomplish this, we'll put a panel around the text box and the button. And again, I'm going to grab some code I already wrote from up here. So now I'm going to put the panel, but I'm also going to put a little bit of text. Here as a prompt for the user, and then we'll close the panel down here. Okay, so in our prompt, when the page first starts, we'll say to delete a user, enter the user's name and click the delete button. And then we'll say if you need help remembering the user's names, you can see, and we'll put a link that when that link is clicked will display this panel. So the other thing we're going to do is make this panel invisible to start with by default, so visible equals false. Okay, so there's our two panels. Now let's build this link, and the type of link we want, we don't want to use a normal link because that would normally take us to a different page. We want to use one of the ASP links that when we click on it we can run some code, because again this we just want to toggle the visibility here. We don't actually want to go to a different page. So this type of link we build with one of these guys, a link button. It says it's a button, it actually shows up as text. So we'll drop this on here. So we'll say link button, and then inside the thing that'll be our link is this list of users. So when we run this, what the user will see is again we're getting that error message. Oops. If that happens to you, you just shut it down and start it up again. It just has trouble talking to that little mini SQL Server database. So, but what we see is this. We only see the text box and button. Our grid view is hidden until we click on this link. Right now this link doesn't do anything for us. So let's go add the code to it. But this is what the user will see. So what we'll do is go in here and choose our object is our link button 1. Should give it a name, but I'm just going to use the generic name. And on the click command of that, here what we want to do is toggle the visibility of the two panels. Oh, and so let's go give that first panel a name, or did I? See, the first panel is called delete panel, and the second panel is called grid panel. So when we click on the link button, what we want to say is grid panel dot visible equals true, and the delete panel dot visible equals false. And what I'm going to do is move this code out of the page load, and we'll just run this code. Oops. We'll run this code when the user says they want to see a list of the other users. So we can get rid of this whole page load section. So what we're going to do is toggle the visibility. When they click on I want to see a list of users, we'll show them the grid view. We'll hide the delete panel. Let's actually just put this up here before we toggle the visibility. It doesn't really matter. I'm just doing this. So anyway, let's give this a shot. Show you what should happen. Okay, so the user comes in here and says, oh, I either remember username to delete the user, or I want to see a list of users. They want to see a list of users. They click this and see this. So the last piece we need to do then is when they click the delete button. Let's put this in the next tutorial. So let's end this tutorial here. I think this one's getting long enough.